before I started my live. Get my one layout. If I got this hook on this thing, it's awesome. It just string this light up over here. Get this did the one time and it worked out pretty good, so we'll do this again. Yeah, it's nice and bright. Nice and bright. I guess I'll get my fire going about that time. Time to get the fire going, I guess. I'll wait for a couple more people to come in here and then I'll start my fire. Get the fire starter. I'm the instigator. I'm the fire starter. Forgot to label my last live public, so I'll have to do that when I get done with this. I don't know why it does it. Every time I go to make my lives, I set it for adults only. Set it for public. I set all that shit, and then when I'm done, it just for some reason it makes it private. So every time I do a live, I've got, if I want to leave my live for other people to watch, I got to make it public. Start this fire. Ouch. This should get it going. It should. Beautiful night. A little bit of smoke, but it's not bad at all. I don't have this thing, my shoulder enclosed, so all that smoke easily dissipates it quickly. Heck yeah. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Man, if this fire goes out, I'm gonna be so pissed. I don't know what the fuck it should be flaming up. Throw some paper on there real quick. Sometimes just throw a little piece of paper on top of everything, it'll just get it hot enough and everything will start going like it is now. Other times you gotta continuously put paper in certain places to get the fire going and keep it going. Some of this wood might be a little bit damp, the kindling wise. It should be okay. There we go. Well, hello, everybody. Time for a nighttime chill session. Hit the campsite. At my campsite. With my trusty fire stick poker. My fire stick poker is pimping. I've had this thing for like this fire stick poker probably a month or two. I keep bringing it from one campsite to another campsite. What's up, Deeg Sheet? Zafir Sandhu. I doubt if I got that right, but welcome. Yeah, I've been thinking of ways to get my car, so I think I'm gonna start selling my body. I'm gonna put myself up on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. I gotta start driving, man. This just drives me fucking bonkers. I want to do some traveling. Word. Word. Yeah, I'm gonna start standing on the corner, like stick my leg out and shit, and wiggle a little bit when a car drives by. See if I can get any women. I'll offer emotional support. I'll talk to you. I'll make you feel like you're somebody. Yeah, it might take a long time. I'd probably have a bunch of dudes honking the horn at me and shit. That's what every time I always thought of her like a guy prostitute or male gigolo. I always just assumed it was like they cater to the female crowd, but I think some of them they don't do. They just do whatever has the green. They don't care if you're male or female. Shit, I'd be like, female only, thanks. I like that Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo, part 1 and part 2, but they were both good. Yeah, that movie fucking always cracked me up watching that. I ain't seen that movie in a while. That's right. Gigolos do whatever. I give me a houseboat. Go to Amsterdam. Give me a houseboat, man. I'd make like a portable love shack, a shag wagon. Have like an RV. I'll drive that son of a bitch around with fuzzy dice hanging from the mirror. Shag carpet all over the place. Shagadelic. Man, should be able to baby my fire tonight. Usually I started before now. Hell, it's just nice enough that I don't even have to put a hoodie on, at least yet. So far, I don't have to put a hoodie on. And finding wood today was a pain in the ass. It's the only thing that sucks about being back at this spot here because you run out of wood. You just start walking further and further just to get shit. But it's peaceful at least back here. I don't have to worry about anybody fucking with me. Get that honey shrimp. Hell yeah. Man, I love this fire pit. I'm making fucking spaghetti tonight. I was like, fuck, I can bring that along with me camping. I don't have to spend any money buying any meat and shit. You're at least gonna spend like $8, at least getting like a pound of chicken or a little bit of, I think it's about a pound and a half. Closer to 2 pounds. It was like $8, but that's like a lot of chicken to make. I never finished that much chicken. I might be able to get a pound down if I pace myself. So I was like, what am I gonna get? Hamburgers? And I gotta buy pickles. If it's a jar of pickles, I gotta lug around, carry all the way back home. because I don't think they sell small jars of pickles. I just I like having certain things on my hamburgers, like a couple slices of tomatoes and pickles, a little bit of mustard and ketchup, and I'm good to go. Tinfoil sketty. Nah, I brought a pot. I'll boil the noodles and shit, and then I'll boil the noodles, and then I just add the jar or pasta sauce. I got that little can of mushrooms. I always get that mid spaghetti sauce. It's expensive. It's like $4 for a jar, but it's like homemade. I haven't found no spaghetti sauce that tastes as good as that shit. Spaghetti still ain't that expensive to make. I mean, hell, you get a jar of decent spaghetti sauce for a couple bucks, a thing of mushrooms, and you got most time you got some noodles already on hand. So that's one of the cheapest meals you can make. Spaghetti. It's also an easy meal to get burnt out on if you keep eating this shit. Yeah, the relish is pretty good. It's got more of the butter pickles kind of taste to it instead of like a dill pickle taste. But I like adding that with a little bit of mayo and then putting that on my fish, like homemade tartar sauce. Homemade retarder sauce. I like retarder sauce. This dude is homeless up here. He drug a truck bed. I don't know what he did with it, but that truck bed had been there like, or truck liner, or whatever the hell is, bed liner. It had been here since I've been coming out here. And I was walking up here the one day getting ready to leave, and it just wasn't there. It's always like a landmark because I know if when I see that, I just got to walk a little to the left. I can walk around it. And I was like, where the hell did the truck bed liner go? And I'm looking at all the weeds are like pressed down like it had been drug straight in the homeless guy's direction. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what the fuck he's gonna do with that. I'd make a roof out of it or something, or use it as on your ground as your floor when you walk out of your campsite. I mean, Christ, that thing was too small to put a tent in it. Because if it was small, you could get a tent in the back of that bed liner, then that would work perfect, keeping that off the ground and keep your bottom of your tent dry. But who knows what the fucking person did with it. I just know when I come out here, I usually try to walk past that dude's shit. I don't usually hang out there and catch my breath or nothing. I just keep walking. Didn't notice it the one time when I was getting ready to leave. I'm like walking. I'm like, oh, I didn't see that tent the last time when I was, or the day earlier when I got there. But I also didn't look in that direction. Like sweet pickles or sweet relish. I mean, relish is. I think that's what's the sweet stuff is what they make tartar sauce out of, and like dill pickle relish. I like homemade pickles. You can find somebody that knows how to like make homemade pickles. That's just a fire. I used to love eating jars of pickles and jars of banana peppers. I don't eat that kind of shit no more. I already made a pledge that if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to eat me a Carolina Reaper pepper. The hottest thing I've ever ate in my life was a fucking jalapeno. So we're gonna see how that works out. I know it's not gonna be. I'm doing to do it out here. I'm gonna freaking panic. Like man, because I'm gonna swallow that pepper too. I'm not just gonna chew it up and spit it out. That's cheating. I want the whole experience. So yeah, I'm gonna hit 1,000 subs. I'm gonna eat a Carolina Reaper pepper. Having fun doing DoorDash? Hell, you can start. What is it? I forget what they call that shit. Where you drive people around. I can't remember the name of that shit. Uber. Are you Uber driving driving anybody around? Or are you just delivering shit? Oh Christ, man! You already know I don't want no part of that. I do not want no part of that one chip challenge shit. Whew. That would be devastating. The first real hot thing to eat outside of a jalapeno pepper. I mean, I ate was a ghost pepper burritos and shit at Taco Bell, but in my opinion, I didn't think that was like super spicy. It just, I don't know, maybe a little more spicy than the spicier stuff. I just didn't really think that ghost pepper burrito, or there was like 2 or 3 different ones they had, was really all that much hotter than just using their hot sauce. But other than that, the hottest thing I ever ate was like canned jalapenos that were homemade. Uh, Come on, fire. I ain't in the mood to fuck around with you tonight. Just burn and start burning. It's a nice night tonight. Had a deer come out to my campsite earlier. He was pissed. Or her or him. I don't know. I don't want to get the genders mixed up and hurt one of viewers' feelings. I'm misgender a deer. Just sitting there doing. Oh, I was trying like get my fire ready, and you start hearing snoring, probably 20 feet from here. It's on the other side of these bushes. It's funny because if I walked straight through this bush or this tree line right behind my campsite, I would end up at the river. It's not even that far over there. But it's just so marshy. It's worse than the swamp that I walked through to get here. Hell yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but it's like buying new shoes. I'm getting ready to get new shoes because my boots, I can't wear them through this summer. They're insulated and they're just too hot. I'm out here in my house shoes slash slippers right now. I got all my work done, so fucking ain't wearing them heavy ass boots anymore. I mean, I like wearing them to get to the spot because I do have to walk through some dumb shit that I wouldn't want to get my shoes dirty. But yeah, it's like depending on the time, I get out here like 8 o'clock in the morning. The dew and condensation on all these plants, just I from the waist down, I'm drenched by the time I even get to my campsite. So I just always bring shorts to slip into now. Man, I hope my color don't come out tomorrow because if it does, I'll have to pack all my shit up and leave. Like after I call my color, if it's not mine, I just usually that's when I try to crash out, go to sleep. I haven't bought nothing on eBay since I used to sell shit on eBay. That was a long time ago. It was called K's Games. I doubt if there's anything even remotely like that on there anymore that would have information about that would be from back in 1998 because that's when I was selling shit on there. It was 98, 99. I made some money doing that shit. I had a keen eye for certain games and what they were worth, and I had a couple places I'd go like every day or 2 or 3 and just stop in to see if they got anything new. And sometimes I'd get lucky and stumble onto something and run home and put it online and sell it within 5 minutes. And then there's other times I'd get shit and have to sit on it for half a year. And when you don't have that much money or you're using all your money to buy inventory, it just sucks if you can't get rid of it quickly because then it's like, how do you make your money back to reinvest? So it's like, kept doing it. I don't know why I stopped doing it. I know there was a site that I was trading on. I think it was the video game swap shop, maybe, or no, the video game trading zone. It was a free place. You just list what you have. The chat room you'd go into, super basic. This was back in '98. And people would click on your name and they'd bring up your list of stuff that you have and how much you want for it, and you'd list the condition. And then somebody'd be like, hey, man, you still got that one game? It's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden you'd go to a private chat and start talking in between and make some type of a deal. I mean, I got some deal. I got this guy that sold me, I think he's from Canada, sold me a game system this one game that was worth a lot of fucking money. He made me pay $80, and I had to send him the money first because I told him, I was like, I don't feel comfortable really doing this. Usually there's a way to just kind of track it. I said, but damn, I'm just shipping off all this money, just $80, and I just don't. And he goes, well, all I can say is, like, I'm not guarantee sending you your item, but if you don't want to do it, I'll just find somebody else that wants to deal. And I was like, I'll just take the gamble, because that game was worth at that point in time a few $100s, and he knew it. So I paid the money, and I got it maybe a week or two later, and I was so happy when I got that shit. That game, I ended up paying $80 for that system and those 4 games, and I ended up selling 2 games for $350. Back then, that was nice, but you know how much that game's worth now? About $3,000 for one damn game. If I just would have sat on that fucking thing, if I would have kept every game that I ever had, even just as an investment, I would say maybe at least 80, 90,000, maybe $100,000. I mean, I had a lot. I've had a lot of game systems over my time, 2 and 3 of certain game systems. I just that was my thing growing up. Hell, I started playing video games when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and that was before the Atari came out. Shit I was playing was black and white. It was combat. And the system was like dressed up in camouflage and only had 1 or 2 games on it. You had a little tank you drive around, you shoot, and the same as combat on the Atari 2600, but it just was black and white. And it was like old shit. I remember it didn't work, and then I was messing with it the one day and finally got it to work. I was so happy, and that was the first video game I played. And then Pong. I remember my grandma and grandpa then had Pong. I'd go upstairs whenever I'd go there and hang out and go play Pong for a little bit, and on a black and white TV. The kids nowadays, black and white TVs, they're like, man, that's crazy as hell. Sugar sneakers. They got Chapter 17. It's a dude named Ouija Mac. Damn, I heard somebody whistle. I'm trying to whistle back. I haven't lit off no boomers yet. I should light off a banger. If there was more people in my live, I'd light off a boomer right now. But I'll just wait. Wait till it gets a little bit dark or a little bit later. Wait till it's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Last time it was 4:20, and I was lighting off the last 2 big bangers I had, and I had two mortar shells, and I had a tube that I brought with me, and I set them things off last time. It was like 4:20. Those things are, the echo back here at this location is insane. He's like boom, you just hear the echo, that explosion. Lucky I remember to make them last night. I didn't even plan on coming out here. It was just kind of spur of the moment. I was like, yesterday it rained for like 20 minutes during the day. And I was like, man, if it doesn't rain again at all, I'm going to go camping tomorrow. I kept checking the weather, and I kept saying 68%, 70-some% of rain. I'm like, it's going to rain. I doubt I'm going, but I'm still going to get all my shit ready. And never did rain. So I was like, screw it. This morning it was nice and sunny, and so I got dropped off. The damn buses don't run on Sunday. Man, I'm hungry as fuck, man. I can't wait to eat. At least it's not going to take long to cook. Not no hour long or an hour and a half foiled dinner. The last time I made my foiled dinner, I didn't let it cook long enough. The carrots were still hard. I was pissed. I put it back on the fire, but it still didn't cook them soft. So next time I'll just keep patient and leave it on there for about an hour and a half. Them ribs were freaking excellent. That was probably one of the best meals I've made out here so far. Yeah, I knew it was going to rain Tuesday. That's why if I came out here and camped Monday, Tuesday morning, I'd probably have to get up and leave. And I really didn't want to mess with that first thing in the morning. have to worry about just packing my shit up and leaving. But I also don't want to get stuck back here because it'll be a muddy mess trying to get out of here if it was just pouring down rain. And I just stayed back here and then Lottie dawed it. And when I went to leave, just like a goofball, just walked through 3 or 4 inches of standing water. It sucks too, and especially if you trip and fall. It's not like you can just pick yourself back up like normally do and your hands might be a little dirty. No, you're going to be fucking soaking wet and muddy as hell. I just heard an owl or something. That was a cool call, whatever that was. I'm pretty sure that was an owl. Cleaning up my fire pit. It's nice I can just like toss all my trash in here and not have to worry about it bouncing off somewhere. And, like all my trash just goes right in the fire pit. Ends up getting burned up. This spot's immaculate. There's not a single bit of trash anywhere. There's a watermelon rind that's over there that's rotten. Looks like nasty as hell. I'm going to dispose of that. I've been getting watermelon when I come out here. I stop at the grocery store and I grab a slice of watermelon, a couple other things, and I'm ready to go. I didn't stop there today. I should have stopped because I would have got my cherry pies. Their generic cherry pies are so good here at Save a Lot. I don't know what it is, man. I don't even eat Hostess pop like fruit pies and stuff. There's some reason I think they're slamming. I hate my sister, man. She worked like there's Marion Donuts like right across the street from Save a Lot, and I always like eating 2 donuts in the morning. That's either that or the cherry pies. Cherry pies are a lot cheaper, but my sister got fired from the donut shop. That's awesome. So I'll just start going there in the morning, grabbing a couple of donuts. She's not even allowed to step foot in there. She got splashed in the eye. Yeah, it's them signs. I don't know what's up with them signs, bro. I've been walking in where I usually walk in. Yeah, they got the apple pie, the cherry, and I think it's chocolate pie. I like apple pies too. I just always like the cherry shit, as long as it's not like artificially cherry that just tastes fake as hell. But my sister got fired from the donut shop. She got something splashed in her eye and she had to go to Stat Care and get looked at. She was off work for like a few hours and she tried to file for workman's comp. Like a dumbass. Why would you do, if you go splash something in your eye and you go to Stat Care and you're off for 6 hours and you automatically want workman's comp? What are they supposed to do? Pay you for the 6 hours you like didn't work? I mean, damn. That's how dumb my sister is. She always has to try to squeeze a dime out of every person she fucks with. Pity me. It's like the real world, man. You just gotta buck up sometimes, man. There's times where I got hurt on the job and I didn't want to go to Stat Care because I was worried about them. It happened not just recently because my mom was telling me about it. She goes, "Well, your sister got from her job," and I'm like, "What happened now?" All I do is shake my head every time they say, "Well, guess what your sister did?" Like, I don't even care. You the one dumbasses that let her back in your house and shit, and then you bitch, moan, and complain about how she'll be in the basement talking to her son. Badmouth my mom, making shitty comments. My mom told my sister she's not welcome there, that she's banned from the house because all she is negative, and comes over and gets her son all fired up, and then her son don't want to be respectful, and because he thinks he's living with his mom. Every time he'd go spend the night with his mom and then come back to my mom's, he'd act like he did when he used to live with my sister, like he ran the show. Like that's his place. He makes all the decisions, throws this away, burns this up, does this, whatever. It doesn't matter if it's your shit. If it's in the way or he thinks it'd be cool to do this with it, he'll just do whatever, like it's his shit. But yeah, my sister, it had to happen within, I'd say, a week. She'd worked there for over a year. They liked her. My ex knows the person that like owns that place. She told her, it's like, yeah, my ex's her brother. Oh yeah, she's a good worker. It's like, man, why would you ruin your job? I don't even think she understands how workman's comp works. I mean, damn, that's like when you're off work, you get hurt really bad, and like you were fucking blind and never gonna see again. Some kind of chemical splashed in there. You probably did. She dressed real funny. Everybody used to call her Rainbow Bright because she'd have fucked up hair color and kind of half ass overweight. I can't stand her. I'm a scammer? Why am I a scammer? You are scammers, bro. That's funny. Yeah, my sister, she's got a look to her. Looks like she's a hippie. I'm sure she don't dress up nice when she was working there either. She probably dressed like she normally did, like a fucking hip, like no, she dressed like a gypsy. That's what everybody said. Your sister gypsy dresses like a gypsy. We all call her Rainbow Bright. Oh yeah, they all scamming. So I mean, there are nice ones out there. I mean, hell, but I mean, most of them are got a game plan. It's something going on back in the back of their head that they don't want you to know about, and think you're stupid enough that you won't pick up on it. And when you finally do pick up on it, you're like calling them out on it. They act all stupid. No, that's not what I was thinking they're gonna do. Oh man, please pity me. Dude, it was funny. I was sitting here. I forget what the fuck I was gonna say. I don't know. I can't remember shit. Yeah. Good luck. They're hard to find. But I'm telling you, even 90%, I'd say 95% of every woman that I've ever known has been, uh, wasn't as nice as what you thought they were. You're like, wait a minute. You start picking up on shit. You're like, man, you're not the person I thought you was. Shit. My ex fiance, I'm not gonna lie, she was the nicest girl I've ever met. She would have never cheated on me and stuff, but I just physical attraction wasn't there anymore because of just she was a heavy Italian and had hair fucking everywhere, man. People were calling her Chewbacca, and I just got a point. I guess I just got sick and tired of hearing people talking shit about my girl. I should have just stood up for her and said, "Fuck you, dude. That's my girlfriend. Shut the hell up." That's really what I should have did as a man, but I'm like, yeah, she does have a lot of hair, man. Yeah, joking around with them and shit, and it's like I felt so bad when we broke up with her because she's like, "Why are you doing this to me?" Because she just didn't expect that to happen. That's so hard to do, man, to break up with somebody. Fuck, at least it is for me. I mean, I always had a real hard time doing that kind of shit. Because you're either gonna deal with a girl that's gonna like give you some space, or you're gonna get a girl that's gonna go psycho and just go nuts and won't leave you the fuck alone. Sitting there camping outside of your apartment building and shit, just waiting for you to leave for work so she can follow you and make sure you don't have no woman with you in the car. Man, I love that shovel I got, man. That thing's pimping. I got so happy over a shovel that I found out here. That was a good ground score because I've used that. Like, I used it today because my chair was wobbly, and I dug down in this little section right behind the back leg of the chair, so it like leveled it out. There's bricks everywhere under here. Every time I try to dig with that shovel, it only goes down a couple inches. They got bricks out the ass in this place. Dude, I've been single for a while. I can't. It's been a long time. I messed around with a couple chicks and shit, but it wasn't nothing major. So like a one-time wham bam, thank you, ma'am, kind of deal. Like, oh, that just happened. But yeah, I've been single. Hell, I've been single the whole time I lived at my apartment. That's coming up on 10 years. That's a while, man, just to be sitting there waiting for Miss Right to plop in your fucking lap. Now I'm just at the point like, well, I guess I don't think that's gonna happen. So might as well do whatever do whatever I need to do to be happy. Sit out in the middle of the woods with my thumb up my butt around a fire that isn't lit. Goddamn fire! Ugh. It's gonna start any second. It's smoking like a son bitch. Yeah, 1 year. You got this dry spell. I feel like I'm Josh from King Cobra. I'll start just fixating on getting laid 24 hours a day. That's all I'll think about. Get myself one of them life dies, or I'll get a fun size Felicia. I'm gonna get me a doll. I'll be fixated. I'll tell everybody about it. Just non-stop about a sex doll. Kind of sucks. King Cobra, there ain't no new shit. I think I've watched all of his old stuff. Once in a while, I stumble on a video that I haven't seen, but it's usually all the same shit. Gender rants, and the funny stuff is when the trolls would invade his lives and send him the dumbest shit. Cat food. Eat that cat food Whopper or something that one day, or Big Mac. No, I wouldn't. I ain't gonna do nothing. I never in my life could be attracted enough to fuck a piece of plastic. Even a pocket pussy, there's no fucking way. Josh was just, these people that are regarded, a lot of times they're fixated on sex. That's why supposedly you can't leave a male and a female, like people that are regarded or have special issues with them or developmental issues. They just get together and all of a sudden they want to fuck. So it's like they kind of keep them separated. There's a Josh, for some reason, just was so fixated on just getting laid. That's the only thing he cared about, that and fucking drinking. No, I don't think I've watched any of that. What the hell was it? You heard of Only Use Me Blade? I've never watched this guy in the past and just started watching a few of his lives. Or actually, it was like recorded lives. That dude is a weird fucking dude. He gets totally trashed his retirement home. But no, I've never heard of Von Hettenlohr. I still watch. I think Seizure Robot is like the ones that did the like a collaboration of. They had part one, part two of this, part three of that. They were like 2 hour long videos where they just kind of like was talking behind the scenes while the video played. And they learned a bunch of shit by watching that. What was funny is like, I wonder whatever happened to Nall, Naked and Laughing. I don't even think she's allowed on YouTube. So anytime I look into anything, it's just old shit. God, I couldn't stand that girl when she hooked up with Josh. I was like, oh my god. Who used to have an RV? Josh did from King Cobra. I was leaving comments on one of the videos, Josh videos. Some idiot laid into me. He's dead. You shouldn't be leaving any comments, good or bad. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I think comments keep him alive at least. If you loved or hated him, either way, he shouldn't be dead already. Dude's like 20 years younger than me. I think he's 34 or 36 maybe. But I think he'd rather be remembered as this young rock and roller that bucked the system and didn't give a fuck. And instead, people remember him as like having health issues where he's in the hospital dying and shit. He wouldn't want to be remembered like that. He would wanted to go out in a ball of flame like he did. Yeah, damn, 32. He was 19 years younger than me. I knew what was going to happen because I've seen alcohol and how it can kill people. Starts fucking with their mind. They start thinking it's not. First they say they're not an alcoholic, then they'll admit they're an alcoholic, but they got it under control. And then it's like, but there after a while they lose control of it. They have to be like that all the time. If not, they feel ill. So I watched my dad. He was a raging alcoholic and kind of reminded me of Josh. Just like, I think my dad knew he had a problem. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to die at 32 years old. It was just way too young. He had a lot. I mean, hell, he had quite a few years ahead of him. I think he had a lot of health issues I think he didn't want to tell people about. You could tell by the facial swelling and all that shit that there was something going on. So, especially towards the end, his face was so swollen up. It was like, man, it's taking on so much water either from drinking or maybe the body wasn't processing the alcohol right or getting rid of your waste. It was just building up and started retaining water. But I mean, like he used to say, it is what it is. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty much what it is. There ain't nothing else you can really say or do about it. But at least he outlived Ozzy. That would have been terrible if he would have passed away before Ozzy did. Yeah, he would take a fifth liter alcohol, whatever the big ones were, and just take a third of the bottle and just fill up a giant cup. And then as a chaser, he would have beer, that Bud Light shit or Bud Light Platinum. You could tell he either did not like the taste of alcohol or it was burning or doing something because he'd drink it and he'd just have to keep it in his mouth like he was enjoying the taste, but he did not look like he was enjoying it. I think his dental work was starting to mess with his drinking. Then he'd start drinking and just start hurting his teeth, but then he couldn't stop drinking. So I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. He had some quirky issues, but he was just different. I used to not be able to, couldn't stand him, and I think the reasons why it was is because he had a dad, no matter what, that would bail his ass out, and I never had anything like that where if I made a mistake that I knew that my dad would just fix it for me. I never had no way to do that. I had to do everything on my own. So I think that's why I had an issue with him. But it's not him, it's the issue. It's just I tried getting hold of that lady where his teeth were jacked. He just quit brushing altogether. It wasn't like he was just like skipping a day or two here or there. He just quit brushing his teeth altogether. Yes, I had. I didn't like him. Like I said, I think it was just because of the daddy bailing him out of everything. And I get hold of my dad. Yeah, my account's never right, so I don't have access to my bank account no more. He took my card. I remember he was when he got evicted, it was on all live and shit. Dad called, "Hey, what's up? Hey, you got a man, Josh? They don't want you there anymore." You can hear him talking about the smoking and the paint fumes. His dad should have done a lot of things. Should have did, instead of trying to be his buddy, he should have just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be your father." Because if you didn't enable him, bail him out of everything, he might not have been able to afford to drink. Well, they would have kept sending him free booze. I was gonna say he wouldn't have been able to afford the booze, but the trolls and everybody that even liked him that would send him shit like that, the booze, they were just enabling him. Yeah, his dad had money to fix it. I guess he got a 3-figure sum from that car accident he got into. So he got over $100,000. He probably got 200, 300 grand for the car accident he got into. He would just 5, 6 o'clock in the morning just start drinking hard liquor, not even care, pass out. The cops there by 8, 9, 10 o'clock doing a welfare check on him. That's bad when you're that fucked up that you're having a cop stop by to do welfare checks. They were fucking with him just doing that too, but there was people that were concerned. I know the landlords had to put up with so much shit with him living in that places and well, they got sick and tired of his drinking. They told him, they didn't want him bringing his homemade mead to any of the family gatherings, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, I went there and I didn't drink one single drop until I got home. Man, see, tubes, I got my drinking under control." It's like, if you had your drinking under control, you wouldn't have just brought that up as an issue or a non-issue. There wouldn't have been no point. If you think you got your shit under control, really a reason to bring it up to people. Shit, I think I'm about to start getting some more wood on here so I can get some coals. I'm gonna start making my supper because I'm hungry. I haven't ate really anything today, but some junk food and shit. Sugar, sugar, sugar. So I'll get off here. Fuck, I'll hit you up or something to see what you're doing. Maybe one of these days you're out and about, you can stop by and hang out for a little bit. But I'll get a hold of you, see what you're up to. But good luck with the Uber Eats and whatever the hell you're driving, businesses, delivering stuff. I'm fucking worn out. I can already just tell. I'll be up all night. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Later on, anybody would decide to stop in for the live. Didn't say nothing except I forget somebody said something fucked up. I just ignored it. I don't know. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Love, peace, chicken grease. Peace out, motherfuckers.